Everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. This is the weekly Angel Speaks reading. We're going to take a dive in and see what Spirit has for us this week as a whole. I'm going to start with a card from the Archangel Raphael deck and see what comes up for the week's messages. I never put a energy on this reading. I just allow the angels to speak as we say for the week what's most important they want us to know. So as a collective, we're connecting to the energies, always working with Archangel Michael to guide and protect our time and space. And this one came out, and its diet is important here. Diet is important here. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthy substances. I see teamwork, like I like to look at the visual and let the cards speak to me, let the angels speak to me, and I feel a sense of teamwork here. Like agreeing on, there's an energy of an agreement here and teamwork to accomplish something that puts the energy in a more healthy space perhaps for us this week. Of course, this can be about diet, but I feel more as an energy. This is about teamwork, collaboration, agreeing on something that's going to be beneficial for two people or two parties this week, kind of coming together. And I'm just, of course, reading that from the visual. But other people, if you're working on your diet, of course, this is a message to you about that. But as an overall energy, I'm getting collaboration, teamwork, and agreement, and agreeing on something, how to move something in a positive, more healthy direction for both parties. I also, of course, I can see moving. So for those that are moving, and I'm still thinking about, but I'm going to be doing my, pick a card for after the move. I did one for moving, and I'm going to do one for what happens after the move. So that is still coming up, but I do see moving here, working together to move something in a more healthy, positive direction, or literally physically moving coming this week too. So the energy of week as a whole, I'm going to do a longer spread. Week as a whole. And week as a whole is Gossamer Princess, communication, relationship work to be done. And we can see that in regard relationship work to be done. There is two people, so that is a relationship, a collaboration. Maybe how we communicate to each other to accomplish a task. And communication is about listening as well. Like if we're not listening to instructions or we're not listening to what the other person's needs are, we can get into a little bit of a push and pull dynamic, or we can get into, we don't know which way we're going. But I definitely see this week we are working in tandem to accomplish a task. Communication is on point this week. So really looking at that as our week as a whole. And she is looking at these two. So it can be about how we take direction this week. For some reason that's coming up, like taking direction and following through, listening to what someone has to say to help us to be able to move forward. And this says diet is important. So diet is a little bit of a restriction. It's a little bit of a feeling of being careful what we're taking into our bodies, right? So with this energy, diet is important here. It says something that's going on this week, a little bit of a restriction may be important here. A little bit of a need to be less indulgent is important this week in regards to whatever this is or whatever ends up being for you this week or whenever you come to this reading. So keeping that in mind. So if it's about finances, you may not want to overindulge. You may not want to be overgiving, because it feels like a balance, an equal give and take here, like a Six of Pentacles feeling with it now. Like, so to be able to work this out, there needs to be a good balance of what you're giving versus what you're receiving. And that speaks for itself too. Like if you overgive, that can give somebody the wrong idea. It can give them the idea that they can take from you. And oftentimes we don't, as givers and healers and people that want to be helping other people, we don't always see that. And they don't always do it with conscious intention. It just gives like a subconscious impression perhaps, or sets up a subconscious pattern. It feels like it's going a little bit deeper. It's coming from her sitting on this web. I'm feeling the interweaving, the fine connection here. It's like our subtle actions, our subtle movements, the things that we're doing may speak louder than words. So keep that thought in mind this week is what I'm getting. Work on how you interact with others. Perhaps wait for someone to show you what they're going to do versus what they say they're going to do. Look for it in the energy. Read the energy of this exchange. Kind of give time to see how it's going to unfold is what I'm getting. Because she's just sitting here kind of observing this, and I feel like it's all the same. I don't really feel like this is like a boss looking over people at this point. I feel like this is just the person dealing with this interaction kind of just, okay, I'm going to see how this unfolds. I'm going to see how this transpires, and I want to more read the energy of this exchange and how we're going to work through this, or what this person's going to do, or how much I'm going to give to this situation. Because there's a feeling here of needing to hold back a little bit. I'm going to let that go because I'm not sure how exactly this is going to play out or what it's about for us this week, but there is a need to kind of be in observance. Not saying not to give here, but it's just saying to kind of see, give to the energy that you're getting. There's a sense of equality here. So something unexpected that will arise this week. We have appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So details, little details. I feel like a sense of focus and detail. Something that's going to unexpected is a little appreciating. Something small is going to come up or come to you, and there's an appreciation in that. It's like a savoring. I'm getting like if you're eating something and you're savoring it, so you have this little tiny piece of chocolate, and in that little tiny piece of chocolate there's this huge flavor that comes, and that's kind of the feeling it's giving me. So there's going to be a savoring or like an explosion of that kind of flavor in something that's tiny. I don't know how it'll come to everyone energetically or in the course of the week, how it will unfold in the 3D, but it feels like a lot for a little. Like I'm going to get a lot back for a little bit. How can we stay grounded and balanced this week? Creation, dawn, the beginning. So starting something new this week is going to help us stay grounded and balanced. But also I'm getting crystals. I mean, she's walking on crystals, so literally carrying crystals. Whatever crystal that you turn to for that grounding energy. I'm not real versed in crystals, but whatever, or you could Google it or you can look it up on YouTube, but some sort of crystal. And it can even be going outside and walking on the earth, barefoot, that kind of thing. Of course, be careful when you do that. But literally making contact with the earth, making contact. For me, this would be sand. So for me, it would be literally walking on sand, but I feel it's just that simple this week. Also starting something new. So if this is something you don't do, you don't normally go out and ground, or you don't normally carry crystals, you may want to start that this week. An emotion that will pop up this week, an important emotion that will pop up for us this week. Light in the darkness, ancestors, ancestral line, generational shift. So I feel nostalgia, ancestors are the past, nostalgia. I'm also hearing loyalty, an emotion of nostalgia and loyalty to the past. Honoring tradition, that kind of feeling, that kind of thing that comes, but for the actual feeling of it, it feels loyalty to nostalgia, loyalty to the past. And it can be coming as, I want to honor the past, I want to honor my ancestors, I want to honor some sort of tradition, and you get that strong feeling of pride, sense of pride in regards to that connection to the past. But this is the emotion that will arise this week. And because it says light in the darkness, again, it could be just wanting to do a novena. It could be wanting to light a candle in observance. Like for me, I did the candle to Yamayai on her feast day of the 7th, and I have it downstairs. It's still burning. I burn it every day. But that's the kind of feeling that is coming. Something that will inspire us this week. And it's cry for nature. Mourning for something sacred which seems lost. This feels like a collective energy. I did a private reading not long ago and it came up that way, and it feels it instantly. It reminded me of that reading. It reminded me of that feeling that came when I looked at the card in the reading. And it is what it will inspire. Yes, this is that collective energy of what's happening right now. Everything kind of, we all know what's happening in the collective and, the world in general. And it's to kind of let the fall of the things that are going on around us inspire us to make change. We can certainly cry for the past. And it can be that, connection to the ancestor. This can be a bigger energy again here, looking at it in that light where we're looking at our past, where we've come from in regards to the collective, in regards to our freedoms, right? And again, I don't want to go into anything political here or get into that kind of energy, but it's certainly speaking to me and allowing that. We don't want to stay in this. Of course, we want to do that. We want to mourn for those that are in trouble and that are, in peril due to the things that are going on in the world around us, but we want to let it inspire us to bring change. We want to allow it to inspire us to get into the energy of pride in our past, pride in who we are and where we're going and what we stand for, right? So it's allowing that feeling to come and to allow it to inspire us. This can be on the collective. I feel it on a bigger energy of the collective, but it can also be in our own individual lives as well. But allowing that to inspire us to change, to create change, to make a difference. How my spirit guides speak to me this week. So how your spirit guides will speak to you this week. And I'm going to do a message from them as well. Fairy wishing well, manifestation, expectations, and offerings. So I feel like they're going to speak to us through that. They're going to offer us something tangible to us. They're going to put something on our path. We're going to be able to manifest something. We're going to see something that we've been wishing for, something we've been wanting to accomplish come to us this week, which is beautiful. That's on a grander scale for everyone. So if you've been trying to manifest more finances, they're going to come this week. You're going to have some sort of breakthrough. If you've been trying to connect with somebody in a relationship, it could be that. But I feel it's more financial in nature. Also expectations. It's not to lower your expectations. I absolutely feel it quite in the reverse of that. I feel like not lowering our expectations, but really expecting what we're worth, expecting our own value, really seeing our own value and expecting to receive that really brings through or pours on the energy to bring it to you. Because if you're in this hem-hauling, I'm not sure, am I worthy of that? Do I really deserve this? I could never accomplish such a thing. When you're in those kind of doubts and thinking, that's not a good way for spirit to be able to bring that manifestation. But I feel it's like really stepping into the expectation of our own value, feeling our own value, expecting to receive it at this point, and that's going to allow spirit to bring it to us. So, and then also they could be even placing coins, they could be speaking to us through signs, coins, that kind of thing. I feel coins specifically because they're on this card. So you may be finding pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, that kind of thing. They could be speaking to us that way, but I feel a tangible manifestation coming to us this week, but a way to align ourselves with it, a way to have that. My door popped open. That was so, it's like, wow. So it's like a road opener, door opening there too. My door it was an air. I had my window open and didn't just do it. It's an air suction thing that caused it, but right in that time it popped open right when I was saying that. So it's having that breakthrough, having that ability for it to come to us It's getting in our own alignment with our own value and what we're expecting to receive. And then, you know, that creates more of the breakthrough for it to come to us. But I'm also going to bring a message forth for how they're speaking to us. So something they want to say, something our spirit guides want to say. So there could be something in this message that is going to be important for the week ahead. And this one fell out, so it's definitely, oh gosh, that sort of like my door popping open. Divine intervention. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow, yet this is a blessing. It is a divine intervention at work. When the timing is perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. So again, there is divine timing at play with whatever this is, but this could have been something that stalled, you know. They're saying it's been a blessing. I feel too it could be because it's been giving you the time to see your worth. It could be giving you the time to see your own value. And this could be the week where you say, you know, gosh dang it, you know, I am not accepting anything less than what I deserve. I'm not putting up with, you know, not being able to obtain my desires, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get them, or however the alignment comes in. But I feel like the blessing here has been the wait, yes, but the wait has been for you to come into that alignment, to be able to get into what you deserve, and to be in that expectation, and then it comes forth for us. So hopefully that is resonating for everyone. How to best support ourselves this week. I'm also making note of the number on this card where I hadn't before, number 7. So 7 is an important number for some in regards to this. 7 is the Chariot. So if you've been trying to manifest a job, or I don't know why I said job, move or travel or a car, something to do with that, it could be that too, because I'm taking it back to the Chariot. How to best support ourselves this week. Energy of how to support ourselves this week. There we go. Barnabas and the Prince. So adventures, discovery, travel, meeting destiny. Again, travel, because the 7 was giving me that Chariot vibe. So, and again, Chariot, I mean, you could be trying to manifest a car or travel or moving or something like that, yes. And there is divine intervention. Know that the reason it stalled is for you to come into more alignment of your own worth. And they're going to intervene here at this point. However, this can be energy moving again. The energy, you know, the Chariot talks about movement and being in alignment. Horses can't go in 2 directions and then have a definite path, right? So there's an energy coming into alignment for future movement. So it's to be ready. You know, you see him sitting on this frog. He's all ready to go. So the best way to support yourself this week is to be prepared for the energy to move again. Be prepared for things to start to flow and to move in your direction. You know, for some you may be saying, finally, you know, but they're clearly giving us a message. It was for our own inner alignment of our worth and what our expectations for ourselves are, and seeing how we are being given that in alignment with our thoughts and our feelings for the most part. And, you know, maybe it's just little checkpoints for you to kind of check in with yourself and saying, am I truly seeing my worth? Am I truly seeing it and not allowing myself to talk myself out of it? However, the best way to support ourselves straight out is to be ready to travel. And it can be literally for some, but it can be energetically, and to be ready to meet our destiny. Whether you're moving, relocating, or not, I'm talking energy movement here. So moving forward on our path, like the next thing is coming, be ready for that next thing, because I feel it's going to be very positive. It's definitely going to be positive in the role of your spiritual path moving forward. So it's to prepare for that, to be on the ready, to be, so to speak, in your chariot on your way, right? So it's to have everything in alignment and be prepared and watch for that movement forward. Undercurrent right here, I'm just going to look right here for our superpower, and it is the follow me. Come, this is your invitation to enter the realm of the fairy. So this is our superpower. So invitation energy. Just kind of wanted to feel into it. Invitation, being open to again, it feels very much in alignment with these last ones, to be very just open, to be ready, kind of ready to move forward and to accept what, there's the word, that's the word, is our superpower is acceptance, to accept the next phase, to be open to it, to be open to connect to it. She has her hand out. So it's sort of like, it's sort of taking me back to this. It's like that person's hands out. It's taking me out to this exchange again. It's like, this is you with your hand out, and then to me it's like the other person with their hand out, and the two are kind of coming together at this point. So whatever that is for you, you know, if it's a move, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, it's like there's a coming together here energetically. And so there is like a preparedness for it. So be open for it, be ready for it, be ready for that invitation, be ready for that openness to move forward and to connect to that energy. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed this reading. Is a little bit longer this week than usual. So I will be back next week to do another Angel Speaks. If you have any suggestions for readings or pick a cards or anything like you want to see, you can put those in the comments below. I want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And I will see everyone soon. Angel blessings and oceans of love.